In this video, we're going to be using Ariana and Evans Platinum and the Leaf for a dome shave. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Ariana and Evans Platinum, and I got this sample from Maggard Razors Platinum. I didn't see it on the Shaving Shop Club website or really any others in terms of being in stock right now, so I'm not sure if this is still made or not. But I will say, when I did an unboxing, I didn't know how I felt about it off the puck, but now that it's lathered, I do like it. It is a sort of a barbershop type scent. We'll put the notes for you right there. It is a nice scent. Scent strength to me is right at medium, and I believe this is in Ariana and Evans, the old goat's milk formula. But I'm being honest here, it seems as good as just about any other formula, including Kaizen 1 and Kaizen 2. Every time I use the old goat's milk formula, I'm like, is the others better? Maybe incrementally, but honestly, this goat's milk formula, which we'll put the ingredients for right there, is for me just as good. Maybe the others just incrementally better, but it's not much. And I would be happy, honestly, if Pete had the classic goat's milk formula for $1 or $2 cheaper, I would buy the goat's milk formula over Kaizen 1 and Kaizen 2, just being honest. Okay, not that Kaizen 1 and Kaizen 2 isn't good though. So we're going to be using the Leaf today. I want to mention, I saw Adam Simone from Leaf had posted on Twitter a picture where Leaf and Twig was featured on the Today Show. I'm going to show you the shot right there. And as you can see on the top shot there, you can see it right down in that right corner. I circled it, and then below I blew it up for you. So the Leaf and the Twig getting some primetime television, or not primetime, but at least daytime television, and getting some respect. And I really like that because that's good for all of us. I know the Leaf isn't the most traditional of shavers, but it can be used very effectively in traditional shaves, and you know me, I like it. So let's get going. Enough yapping. By the way, you can see some hair growth there, and you see how there's no hair back in here? That's what's happening with Marion, but please don't remind Marion of that because he's a little self-conscious about that. But don't worry, Marion, you'll be joining the bald. It's only a matter of time. Anyway, we're using the pre-shave cube here to get a little pre-shave going. It's not necessarily, unless you think it is, but I use it because I'm trying to use it up, and they take a really long time to use up, or at least that has been my experience. Your mileage may vary, as they say. Really, when it comes down to it, this is a your mileage may vary hobby, because a lot of people would say, oh, the Kaizen is 20% better than the goat's milk formula, or 50% better, or some might even say 100% better. I would say if it's better, it's more along the realm of, under 7% better be what I would consider it. And honestly, if he still made the classic goat's milk formula and it was a little, say, cheaper than the Kaizen 1 and 2, I'd buy that and I would be completely happy with it. That formula is good as pretty much anything out there, as far as I'm concerned. And you know, I say this all the time, reformulations, I am 100% sure that the intention of the artisan is to produce a much better product. But for me, the end result, and this is just my opinion, and people will disagree, there's a lot of marketing there. And when it comes to actual realized tangible benefits, not as much in that realm. There's a lot of marketing benefit. And I mean, this lather is super creamy. The goat's milk, I mean, come on. You're not going to get much better than that. And so reformulation, in my view, and I've said this often throughout the years, and I know the artisans don't like it, a lot of it has to do with marketing. I'm not saying they aren't intending to give you a better product. And in some cases, it is. Like between version 1 and version 5, it's going to be a lot of difference. Between version 4 and 5, yeah, just a little bit. Now, keep in mind, I'm speaking from the perspective of my use case. And my use case is about, I want something that's slick and provides for a good shave and has a great scent. Those are the things I want. I'm not looking for this soap to give me, to roll back the clock and make me look younger than I am, or any of these claims that are made by some of the cosmetic industries. When you use, it's going to tighten your skin and it's going to do this, that, and the other thing. That's not in my use case. And post-shave is not in my use case because I address post-shave with post-shave products. So I'm not looking for that in soap. If you're looking for that in soap, you might recognize some differences between the formulations. But for me, reformulation in a lot of cases is there's some benefit, but to really measure that, it's almost impossible to do that objectively. And so that's why I say it's a lot of marketing and a little bit of tangible benefit. Rarely do you see a change in formula that's night and day. I mean, that has been my experience having used many, many soaps. Okay, here we go with the leaf. I'm going to be careful here with this ear because I was doing a head shave, I don't know, about a week ago. This video probably won't air for a good week. So by the time you're seeing this, some time has passed. But I was doing a head shave and I clipped that ear right there with, I think I was using a vintage Gillette sensor, and I thought I had it pulled down and out of the way, but clearly I did not because I clipped it a little bit. So I'm trying not to open that up. I did it the other day. And the weather here has been just quite crazy. Today, the date of this shooting is Thursday, and we've had snow yesterday, which was Wednesday, and today, which is Thursday. And this probably won't air until like next Thursday, or probably when you're seeing this will probably be the following Thursday. And I hope by now we're having springtime weather again, because we did have some beautiful weather. And actually the day before, on Tuesday, we had fantastic weather. And then Wednesday it was snowing. And today I just got back from an appointment, and it's right around lunchtime now. And so I'm doing this shave on lunchtime, and it was snowing again while I was out for my appointment. And I'm like, goodness gracious, it's almost May, you know, and by the time this video airs, it will be very close to May, I imagine. And so that is unusual for this part of the country to be getting this kind of cold weather. Under freezing at this point is pretty wild. But the soap here smells really nice. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it during the unboxing, but as it turns out, I'm digging it. It's a nice, different take on barbershop. And I would say, Pete, if you happen to watch this and you're not triggered by my comments about formulation, which he probably is, because, you know, Pete is one of those reformulators. He often likes to say, I'm not resting on my laurels. No, he certainly isn't. But I would say this is a really good quality soap. And what I would like to see from Pete is, you know, keeping stock up, keeping the vendors stocked up, you know, that improvement that we've been asking for on fulfillment, which I think he's certainly working on. And samples, quite frankly, samples. Because this soap right here, if it were available, would have generated a sale through this sample. But I didn't know if I would like it. And so that's why I got the sample. And these samples will keep your customers happy. Because do you really want your customers, if you're an artisan, do you want your customers to buy products they're not happy with and they don't like the scent when they get it and have, you know, paid full price? Or is it maybe worth your time to sell that sample? And we all know the samples are going to, the cost on the sample is going to be more on a per ounce basis than the cost of the soap, because you have to compensate them for the time it takes to put the sample in the jar and, you know, put a label on, all that kind of stuff. And I'm very thankful for Magritte for providing these samples. The only problem is Magritte doesn't have the full range of A&E products. So if A&E would provide some samples, that would be a tremendous value to the customer. Again, I ask, don't you want your customers to be happy? You know, do you want them to be buying soaps that they're not going to be happy with and turn around and have to flip? Or do you want them to get that soap and really love it? And so when you buy a sample, I understand it can go both ways. So maybe they don't like it and they don't buy it, but your customer is going to be happy at having had the opportunity to discover that without having spent the money for a full tub. That is a win. And if they do like it, you're going to generate a sale. And plus, you've sold the sample at a price that's more per ounce than your regular soap price per ounce. And so you can, we're not asking you to give them away for free, although many people do give away samples for free. Like when they send an order, they'll drop samples in there. Zingari does it. A lot of artists, I can't think of them all right now. Murphy and McNeil has done it. I've seen it done by many artisans. That is a great, great thing to do. That's, to me, where Pete can up his game. His soap formulation is fantastic. He doesn't need to reformulate for the next 4 years. And this soap would still be, this goat's milk formula would still be good 4 years from now, easily. So I'm not talking about, sometimes it's like fixing something that isn't broken. Don't fix, this is my advice again to Pete. Don't fix what isn't broken. The soap formulation is incredible now. I mean, you saw if I could only have 5, and you saw how many times Ariana and Evans was mentioned in that video. It's good. I don't think, and I'm speaking, for me, obviously here, I don't think we need a ton of improvement in soap base at this point from Ariana and Evans. Like, I don't want to see Kaizen 3 this year. That's just me. I want to see improvement in fulfillment. And again, I know he's working on that. And my experience has been pretty good lately. So thank you, Pete. But samples, additional value, getting that stock up to snuff. Because I know people who constantly tell me they're not members of the club. And I advise, if you love Ariana Evans, that you do become a member of the club. But the soaps are out of stock at the vendors because they're selling well. And that's great. But we would love to see it where, I would love to see it where I can go in the shaving shop club and everything's in stock. Like the Grecian horse splash, I've been wanting for quite some time, and I haven't seen it for I don't know how long in the shop, shaving shop club. So, and people are always asking for stuff like Club Baccarat and stuff like that routinely. And I would love to see just the stock, get some stock on the shelves so people can get that stuff if they want it. Nothing's more aggravating to customers than lack of availability, because I hear that all the time. I would get this, but it's never available. So what I'm doing here is just sort of parroting back a lot of the complaints that I've heard, The soap quality, I'm telling you, it's terrific. This goat's milk formula, it hits the spot for me in every area. And I don't know, it's a couple years old at least, several. And this formula still runs with every soap on the market, regardless of cost. And so I hope that my opinion here will at least be considered. I don't think we need more work on this formula. We already have Kaizen 2. It's almost been declared a universal success from everybody that has used it. No one has said it's poor quality. So let's maybe turn to some other areas now. Like I said, and the things that I recommended above or recommended before, I hope you will consider. I know it's not always exciting when you're not, doing something new formulation-wise, but I mean, trust me, there's a lot of people that want the soaps that you've already produced. And in fact, when I did the unboxing, someone commented, "Good luck finding this platinum." And well, I really can't find it. I did see a splash, which I'm likely to go grab. But saw that at Maggard's. It was still available, but no soap. So I'm not sure if this is in stock anywhere or not, but I hope this feedback will be taken with the spirit in which it's intended. And improvement in the areas where I see as a consumer, and also a friend of Pete, quite frankly. Because I talk to people who are not A&E fanboys, and they would like to get in on the action, but routinely they're saying, it's sold out, I can't get it, I don't necessarily want to join the club yet. And so I think availability will be fantastic. And I know he did buy some much larger materials to work with, cookers. And so I just hope that's going to translate into more availability, which will make everybody happy. And I want to see every soap that Pete offers in stock in the Shaving Shop Club. I've never seen that I recall. There's always something that's not there or sold out. That's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong, but I would love to see things where I have a hankering for some platinum, I can just go get it. And that normally is not the case, although he does have a lot of stuff in stock right now. So I don't want to lead anybody to believe he doesn't have any stock, because he keeps stuff. There's always stuff in the shop, don't get me wrong, but I want to see it where we can just go and pick it up like we do from PAA. If PAA has a soap that's selling at any moment, and if it's a seasonal that's in its season, it's usually available for the duration of that period of time. And so maybe that's something Pete considers, making seasonal runs, but keeping it very available during the season. I don't know, but those are the areas where I think it could jump to the next level. It's already, from my perspective, I included in my, if I could only have 5 in the performance category, but it could have been in any number of other categories since still a great value. It's not the least expensive, but it comes at a good fair price. It's usually at least under $5 an ounce, so it's not in the pricey realm. It's at least fair, and sometimes it's even in the good price range. The quality is top notch. Even this now older goat's milk formula, that's terrific. I love it. I don't think any improvements were necessary from this base. And so my hope is that we see these, I want to see stock, I want to see samples, I want to see more availability and more users, or consumers, I should say. I'm in the world of IT, so I tend to refer to people as, users of IT. But in this realm, consumers just being happy, getting those samples, and then being able to buy the scents they want. Okay, so that's our conversation about A&E today during the head shave. Let me rinse, we'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back with the magic made by witches, which we shall apply right now. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber, applying it to the dome. And I'm going to tell you, that was an incredibly enjoyable shave and conversation about A&E. The leaf, of course, did its job in stellar fashion, as it always does. And the blades in the bottom 2 slots were Astra SP. Phenomenal. The Ariana and Evans Platinum, if it were in stock, I would buy it. It is a different take on barbershop. I didn't like it off the puck, but I did like it once lathered. Very pleasant, nice barbershop. Pete, if you got this, or if you can make this again, make it and stock it, because at least I like it. And I think other people might like this one as well. We had the PAA Amber Aerolite brush, which I may have forgotten to mention. And we had our Captain's Choice bowl. And I'm going to tell you, this goat's milk formula of A&E, it's just as good as anything else. We're going to finish it off today with Stirling Iniquity for him, because today I used Gucci Guilty. I had to go to an appointment. I used the Gucci Guilty frag. And of course, I forgot to take the plastic off. So I'll apply this off camera so I don't have to keep you. But this is a phenomenal scent. Absolutely love it. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.